When you hear about artists in the UK scene, most of the time it's the same story. Grinding, struggling, trying to make it out. But every now and then someone comes along who doesn't fit that mold at all. Today we're talking about an artist who's always moved differently. Someone who's never treated music like a lifeline. We're talking about Tunde.
That's a vat pack for the Hollywood in Lambos, that's trap packs with me. It just came back from the mountains, act that silly.
Tunde was born in Manchester, and from early on it was clear he wasn't following the usual blueprint. For him, music was never about survival. It was a hobby, something he did because he enjoyed it, not because he needed it to pay bills or chase validation, and that already separates him from most. Most rappers are chasing music because they have to. Tunde never did. He already had money outside of music, so when he drops a song, puts together a project or collaborates with someone, it's never forced, it's always intentional. That freedom shows in his work. When First Lap dropped in 2023, it didn't feel like an industry rollout, it felt personal, a project made on his own terms, and it still pushed towards the top of the charts. No gimmicks, no desperation, just people turning up for the music. And the people Tunde links with tell you a lot about him. He made a full tape with Burner, and if you know anything about Burner, you know he doesn't just work with anyone.
Middle fingers in the air, fuck a hater. Grinding hard for this cheese like a grater.
That link up alone tells you what type of guy Tunde is. Quiet, independent, business-minded. He's also shown he can step into the mainstream conversation when he wants. His link up with Nines resulted in a top 40 UK single. That's a big look, not forced, not accidental, just the right collaboration at the right time.
Lad, I made half a South money trap, me and Siggy got nitties all over the map.
And in my opinion, and I don't say this lightly, Tunde is the king of Manchester, not just because of music, but because of presence, influence, and respect. One of the earliest moments that showed his real pull was on Instagram. I remember him posting 10,000 comments and I'll drop the song. And I genuinely thought, no chance. He got the 10,000. Then he posted again. You thought I'd give it to you that easy? 20,000 comments. And he got that too. That engagement was crazy. That's when it clicked. This wasn't hype. People were locked in. But what makes it even more mad is it's 2026. He's just done it again. Literally in the middle of me making this video, Tunde just promoted a new song and tested the waters. First it was 1,000 comments, then 2,000, then 10,000. He smashed that. Then he said 20,000, and now he's asking for 25,000. That kind of engagement isn't normal. That's real pull. That's people actually locked in. During his come-up, Tunde also collaborated with Meek's Manny. That was a strong moment for Manchester.
First phone in 011, started off on Vodafone, snapping chunks off the block, you can call it Toblerone.
But now, it looks like there's distance there, different paths, different priorities, and recently Tunde has made it clear he's not giving out features. The only rapper he's really open to working with like that, Young Ads. There's also been conversation about where Tunde's been living. He hasn't been based in Manchester for a few years now, and naturally people have opinions. Some say he's running from his hood, some say he's selling out. Some feel like if you're not there every day, you've turned your back. But that way of thinking is outdated, because the truth is, Tunde hasn't run from Manchester, he's outgrown it.
So end up getting stuck in America for 2 years, out of my hands. Man's not even been about for like 5 years, bro. Do you get it? Not really gonna say too much, but fucking man's made it out the other side now. So all you guys like, he got off on the block, yeah, he sold it out, he's shocked to come about. Yo, on my mother's life, bro, 90% of you man are helmets, bro. Mothers, like, take me in. 90% of you man are helmets, bro. Like, when I come back to my block, no one's going to say nothing. I'm gonna be stood outside Ali Super.
Growth doesn't always look like staying in the same place. Sometimes growth looks like distance, perspective, moving yourself out of environments that no longer serve the next version of you. And Tunde's always been about moving forward. When you really look at what he's doing now, it tells a different story. He's making big moves, not just in music, but in business, opening up coffee shops, building things that last, creating income streams that don't disappear, when the music slows down. That's not selling out, that's leveling up. And what's important is the message that sends to the younger generation. He's showing them that touching real money isn't just about chains, cars, or streams. It's about ownership. It's about thinking long term. It's about turning attention into assets. You can still represent where you're from without staying trapped there. And in many ways, Tunde's showing love to Manchester by showing what's possible after the streets. That's not abandoning the hood, and that's breaking the cycle. And whether people want to admit it or not, that's the blueprint a lot of people need to see. This year, Tunde's also been a lot more active on Instagram. He's been going live, not forcing promo, talking directly to his fans, getting personal with them, showing appreciation. He's even taken time to apologise for the last 5 years, acknowledging that some things went quiet and letting people know that a lot of what happened was out of his control. That honesty and accountability matters. Now, without getting into details, he's been recently stuck in Dubai over some madness that I'm not going to comment on.
A travel ban where he's stuck in Dubai. Remember, not too long ago, you know, he was having issues in LA. Now he's got issues in Dubai. It's like, yo, man can't get a break, bro.
Listen, I need to speak to the boss or I need to speak to your manager, yeah? Because your security team, yeah, they're lying on my name and they're trying to blame this assault and blame this robbery on me when wallah it's not true and wallah it's not the truth.
What I will say is this: hopefully he gets his situation sorted soon so he can move freely again, because despite everything, he's still showing intent. Tunde's promised 1 video a month and a tape this year, and so far it looks like he's sticking to that promise. His recent song with Mans went #1 trending on YouTube for over 1 week straight, and it's expected to chart. They done this with no hooks on the song, no TikTok trend. That's a big move for both artists, especially for Mans, who's just come home recently. Perfect timing, perfect momentum. There's also another important layer to Tunde's story: his Nigerian heritage, his background, and his resilience. He faced serious legal pressure and he beat the case. That moment could have stopped everything. Instead, he kept moving. Recently, he was seen in Dubai, chilling with Mans Malone, showing millions in jewellery. And I'll say this personally, I've seen Tunde in real life a few times, and he moves exactly how you see him in his music videos. Jeeps, SRTs, fast cars. There's no disconnect. He really living that life.
3501, 3503, day date, AP, perpetual, 5711, most expensive Aquanaut, most expensive Protect Nautilus there ever is. Two tickets here. You're looking at least like 8 tickets right now. Minimum.
You hear what he said? 8 mil on this table.
He's also never done a sit-down interview. He recently tagged Young Spray on Instagram and he named his price, £1 million if you want that conversation. That tells you everything about how he values his time and his story. That's why Tunde's position is so interesting. He doesn't need rap, but UK rap definitely needs him. Rap doesn't control him. He controls when he shows up. And when someone makes music from that position, it always lands differently. This doesn't feel like a comeback. It feels like a big year loading. New music, consistent visuals, clear promises. And heading into 2026, expectations are high, and rightly so. Tunde's always moved on his own timing, but when he decides to lock in, the scene feels it.
The pounds come 456 like G-Con. Any less than 448, I want a refund. Cash a con.
Aye, Tundday has to be one of the coldest rappers from Manny. Who is a better rapper from Manny than Tundday?
UK Music Watch, keeping an eye on the culture